No beard, Jer. What's going on, bro?
I know. I had to cut the cord. And
when did you shave it off? Like last week or?
No, I shaved it 2 weeks after I went home.
You have enough hair on the back. You could have went with the Mike Brown look.
Well, it was either shave my hair or shave my beard, and I think the beard one had to go. So I made the right choice.
Yes, we'll keep Dan around just for those tuning in here. We're welcoming Jerry Domingo. Now, Jerry had not only a heck of a beard in the playoffs, but a heck of a postseason. What did it mean to you to get that pro experience all the way to the finals under your belt?
It was great. I mean, it was a great experience, first off. I mean, to go that long and to experience that was something in itself. And just to have that year, it gave me the confidence, I can go above and beyond and, improve from that and to do better this year. And, hopefully I can expect the same.
Now, the summer, I think for you, you took the previous year where you spent half the year with the Marlies, then you went back to junior, and you came in last year, and I think as the season went along, you really went on an upward scale. This summer, how important and how tough was it to get back into the training after playing until June, to be able to rest your body and now prepare yourself for training camp again this year? You look like you're in terrific shape.
Yeah. You know what? It was a thing where I just had to take a good amount of time off. I took a month off, not doing anything, just getting the body recovered. Because I played, every single game. I didn't get hurt, luckily, which was a good thing. And, I took that into consideration. Then I just worked hard from there. I had a good 2 months where I just put my mind to the test and see how hard I could work and how much better of shape I can get in. And like you said, it looks like I've done well, and hopefully I can prove that, this year.
Did you have some time for any fun in the summer? Did you get out to Calgary?
I did. I went to the Stampede for the first time.
Yeah, you said you were going to.
Yeah, it was actually really fun. I borrowed some cowboy boots and hat, and I looked pretty good doing the cowboy thing. But it was a good time. It was a good time to get away and experience something, because I knew I had a hard 2 months ahead of me after that was over with.
Now, I talked to Joe Colburn because he's a Calgary resident, and obviously the Stampede is just an every-year event for him. But he said he gains a whole new respect for, as tough as it is playing hockey. He had a whole new respect for the guys that are riding the Bulls and the Bronx out there. Did you walk away with the same thing?
Yeah, those guys take a good beating throughout the day, especially the bull riding and all that. I was amazed at, how they do it and, how fast they do it and how long they could stay there. It was just, an eye-opener for me. And all athletes are like that. Your different sports you're good at, and, they're going to look at hockey players and be like, listen, that's pretty dang impressive. So it was good to see all that.
Now, you see Joe Colburn going through the paces. What is this drill, we'll call it? What are you going through there?
This is it's actually pretty tiring. I thought the skating test was tomorrow, but you're just going and taking some snapshots, flying through there. I actually had to go, you're supposed to go 5 times. I went 10 because they didn't get the right. I wanted to get my hair, perfect and all that stuff. So I don't.
You had some mousse today, eh?
Yeah, I had to put a little gel in there. But yeah, it's a good thing, especially all the other things. They're pretty fun to do. They're some of the questions they ask. It'll be good to see that in a couple weeks when you see it on the teleprompter and up on the big screen, the Marlies.
Now, during the summertime, you went out to Calgary, and then you're from the Binghamton, New York area. Do you skate in the summertime in Binghamton, or did you come back to Toronto and continue to work on getting prepared here for training camp?
I worked out for a month at home. I didn't skate at all. And then I went to RPI, which I used to go to college at, and skated with the team there. They got in there in August, and I asked Seth Appert, who's the head coach there, and a really good guy. I asked him, hey, can I come up and skate? Just so I don't have to come up here and spend money on rent and all that. And he was, with open arms, told me, hey, come on, it'll be great for the guys, it'll be great for you. So I skated up there, and, it's just a good thing to have, something to, have to go back and skate with your old team and see old friends, because I'm supposed to be a senior there this year.
I was just going to say, you'd be your senior this year, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so it was good to see the guys as well.
Not quite a senior on the Marlies team, but you've had a whole year and a bit as we were catching up prior to that season. But is it on players like yourself now to help others transition the way you did? Are you taking it upon yourself to try and help some of the younger guys? I mean, for you, I guess this is a walk in the park, turning and posing for photos, but this is still part of a whole new experience for a lot of players.
I take pride in the pictures. Yeah, I mean, for myself, I've went through a lot, throughout these past couple of years, and I've learned from it. almost a different person because, I've changed into be a better hockey player and a better athlete, a better person. So, if I could give my 2 cents to somebody, I'll be glad to do it. And I think I have to because I'm one of the older guys. I've been through it, and, I'm going to try to do that this year.
Now, what do you say to a guy like, you've got McKegg coming in and Brad Ross, and, they were big-time scorers at the junior level, and, that transition to the American Hockey League, a lot of guys think, oh, this is going to be easy. I scored goals like crazy in junior, and then they really struggle to do the same thing at the American League level. What would you say to a kid like that coming in as far as, trying to make a mark here and try to crack this team? Because there's not a lot of open spots, really, when you look at it with the National Hockey League being locked out. The guys like Kadri and Colburn and different players like that are taking up roster spots that maybe some of these young guys would move into.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're kind of going back to a year and a half ago where I was in the same boat. I did the same thing, thought I was going to come in, be a big-time scorer, and, I caught a rut. I didn't do as well as I thought I would, and, you just got to tell these guys to play their game, take it slow. If you stick to your game, you're going to be fine. If you try to go outside your game, you're not going to be too good.
What can you lend us in terms of insight into another thing that you went through, which was leaving an American program, coming over here, finding a way in the OHL for a little bit before making the jump to pro, something another Leaf prospect is doing in Tyler Biggs. What can you tell the fans what that experience is like and why? I mean, I'm sure it was a difficult decision for you as well, but why did it benefit you?
There's just a different atmosphere. It's something where Toronto wanted me to gain my confidence, and I did just that. I could have taken it both ways. I could have, sulked and been mad that I got sent down to Kitchener, but I took it as a positive and a time to get myself better and, improve on what I needed to improve on, and I did that. And I think that is one of the main reasons why I did so well last year is because I took the positives from that year and I moved it forward to this past year. So I got to do that again. That's one of the things that I can't fall short on again, not be satisfied with how good I did.
Well, I'm sure there's lots of questions from fans that they want to know, from when's the beard coming back to do you have a big belt buckle from Calgary? How long is the flow going to be here? And for that, we have our expert in Clayton Hansler. And Clayton, you're tapped into the Twitter world today, so encourage you to tweet at us and hashtag Marlies Live your questions for Jerry D'Amigo.
And all the other Marlies players that will be joining us throughout the day. Now, Eric Frieds, and you hit the nail right on the head, John. He asked, is it weird that Jerry's beard should be back as soon as practice starts?
I don't like the sound of that. The girls are kind of liking the non-beard, so I think I'm going to stick with it for a while. Playoffs come around, you'll be seeing it again. Maybe it'll make a shot in November, but who knows? It's going to be a surprise.
That's true. You did have various forms of mustaches before the beard actually came to play, too. So
yeah, we'll see what happens.
I don't know if he's international man of mystery, but there's some mystery there.
I try
Colby
to be.
Sasmus wants to know, because you have a bit of a colorful personality with all of us, you're always up for joking around, and we took a couple of pictures earlier. He asked, who was your idol growing up? I'm wondering maybe where the sense of humor came from.
I think that just came upon myself. My idols are, Mark Messier and Zach Parise, so they're serious guys. I don't think they really show a lot of, outgoing characteristics like mine. So I think I just picked it up as being myself. It's just something that I do, and, that's just me.
Maybe sneaking in a little Will Ferrell here and there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm all about that. Guys will tell you in the locker room that's how I am. I mean, I'm one of the few guys that smile every day and, just have fun with, life and have fun with coming to practice every day and doing that.
Jerry, to that point, just because you brought it up, speaking with some of the guys, including Jake Gardner earlier, he mentioned that how tight this group is, and it's a more close-knit team he's played on than any other. And that doesn't speak down to any teams prior. It's just that's how it is. Do you find that as well?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, when you go through a playoff run like that, you get really close with the guys, and, that winning culture sticks with you. Dallas mentioned this, my first years. Do you remember guys from a losing season? Guys in teams that prior to that, and guys were like, not really. Do you guys remember guys from a winning season? Do you remember, their names, all that? And you say, yes, I do. I remember exactly how they were, like it was yesterday. So, that's one of the things I think is a big factor in why we're so close, because, we had so much fun last year during the playoffs.
And you can see just how well the Toronto Marlies did, and it'll be kicking off against the team they took out in the first round. That was Rochester with a sweep where you got to play in your home state and do quite well for one game, and it'll be back at it again in the home opener on the 13th versus those same Americans. So I know, Jerry, you're multi-talented to say the least, and fans are tweeting at you here today, courtesy Clayton Hansler. But I want to know, before we go, can you help out Big Daddy McGill? He has just joined Twitter. We have
there we go.
His tweet address, we'll call it, right here, his Twitter handle. Do you have any tips for Bob as he embarks in this new frontier here?
Just make good hashtags. Let's just say that. I was a little bad first.
What's a hashtag?
Oh, boy. Rookie over here. Jesus. A hashtag.
I know what it is.
Okay, good. All right. But, that's good. I might have to tweet at you sometime.
There you go.